Hey, what's going on, everybody? Week 15 Buffalo Bills recap. Buffalo goes into Detroit and takes down the Lions, handing them their second loss of the season. And Josh Allen just continues to add to his MVP season. And Buffalo looks like the real deal. So yeah, we'll break it down and get into it. Like I said, man, Buffalo, after coming off that heartbreaking loss in LA the previous week, where they put up 40 plus points and didn't turn the ball over and lost the game. They had a chip on their shoulder for sure this week. They went into Detroit, a place where the Lions have not lost at home in quite a while, and they have not lost at home to an AFC team since 2022, and that was on Thanksgiving Day when the Bills beat them. So Detroit's tough at home, and Buffalo's playing their second straight road game. But boy, I tell you what, the boys were cooking, and they were able to move the ball pretty much at ease. Man, Josh Allen, he had the touch. He was hitting every little fade pass. He looked dialed in from the start, and the game definitely ended up being everything we thought it would be. Just a complete shootout. There was a time there in the second half where Buffalo was up 3 scores, and you never felt comfortable just knowing how quick the Lions can score, how powerful that offense is, and how depleted the Bills' defense was. And to Detroit's credit, man, they came back and made it a ball game and fought the entire time, never rolled over. Once Buffalo went up 3 scores in the fourth quarter, they kept going, and Buffalo was able to do just enough. And Dan Campbell helped them in some cases too, but Buffalo did just enough to squeak out the win to earn their 11th win on the season. Their 5th straight season of 11-plus wins. A little side note. Fifth straight season of 11 or more wins. Obviously, still have more games to go. And that makes Sean McDermott and put Sean McDermott on a pretty exclusive list, making him just the 5th head coach in NFL history to have 5 straight seasons of 11-plus wins. You got Belichick, Dungy, Landry, Andy Reid, 3 Hall of Famers, 1 soon-to-be Hall of Famer. Well, actually, 2 soon-to-be Hall of Famers, 2 Hall of Famers, and then you got McDermott. So that's pretty elite company there. So, for as much as people, and myself included, rag on him and question his coaching, you got to give him his flowers when he deserves it. So, shout out to Sean McDermott. And I guess if we're giving shout outs, we'll give a shout out to just not only Josh Allen, but you got to just the entire game plan for that week, man. Buffalo was just ready to go, and this is also coming into a game where Buffalo was only able to practice once that week, because Buffalo got hit with another snowstorm, and people were not able to travel. The Bills canceled practices, and so they had one practice, and I'm pretty sure it was just a walkthrough. So, just shout out to the entire Bills coaching staff in general. They were ready to go for sure, and maybe that's the secret going forward. Maybe they cut back on practices. But yeah, as a Bills fan, I really don't know what else you could ask for from this team. On paper, this is by far the best team, at least offensive-wise, Josh Allen's ever been a part of. Obviously the record and the way that they're winning games is kind of evident of that, but they just, until they get past Kansas City, I don't think it's going to change a lot of people's opinion. So, they beat them in the regular season every year, but it seems like once we get to January, something gets in the way and stops them. So these wins are nice. Obviously, beating two big teams this season in Kansas City and Detroit are nice on the resume, so to speak. But until we start getting those big wins in the playoffs, man, you got to temper your expectations and your excitement just a little bit, but definitely enjoy it when you can. But I don't know what else to say about the offense. Defensive wise, another week giving up 40 or more points, and there's definitely got to be some urgency on that side of the ball for sure. I mean, yes, you're going up against a Rams offense, 2 weeks ago that has two dynamic, pass catchers, and then you go against Detroit, who is just a high-power, high-scoring offense. So, yes, that's definitely part of it, but at the same time, man, you cannot be giving up that many points in back-to-back weeks. So hopefully, Bobby Babich and McDermott and, the rest of the coaching staff's able to figure some things out. Obviously the Bills are banged up on defense, so they should be getting some guys back pretty soon. But, for the defensive side of the ball for sure is a cause of concern. But I guess the good news is coming down the stretch, they get New England this week. So definitely their offenses are not the same, not comparable. So maybe this week will be a good reset for them. So fingers crossed there. Special teams wise, it was a good bounce back game for special teams. Definitely gave us a heart attack there at the end of the game when we weren't 100% sure who got that onside kick, but they did their job, they got it. So definitely there's some room for improvement on special teams. Tyler Bass, I'm still super concerned about him. I mean, when you miss a chip shot field goal, but at the same time he comes back and he redeems himself with two big kicks later in the game. So it's like that's kind of like the Tyler Bass experience, and I still don't trust him with the game on the line, even though he's had big kicks this year. I mean, heck, he had the win against Miami, but I still don't have faith in Tyler Bass. But obviously the Bills like him enough to keep him around, so I don't, at least for this season, I guess we're gonna have to ride it out and it just hold our breath at every kick. So, but that's really all my thoughts on the game and on the current state of the Bills, I guess, through 15 weeks of the season. Like I said, they go back home, they'll host New England, debuting a new uniform. If you haven't seen it yet, they going with the red tops and the white bottoms. So new look. I guess they're calling it the candy cane combo. So I guess maybe it'll be a new tradition every year on Christmas, or the game around Christmas time. Maybe they'll break it out. I don't know. Look kind of cool, but anyway, hopefully, hopefully we take care of business against New England. Don't let any funny business happen, and then stay healthy. Get ready for a playoff run. It's really what these next 3 weeks are going to be about. So, I don't really have anything else to add. So appreciate you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Go Bills.